Wishing you all happiness, clarity, and freedom today. Guys, today we're on top of a hill. We're on top of this beautiful hill at one of my favorite parks that is really close to where I live. And my idea for this video is really just to talk about how it's a beautiful time to be alive. It may not seem that way on the planet right now. It may seem like everything's going wrong and the world is ending and everything is terrible and you should be afraid and there's nothing to live for and what's the point of life, and you know what I'm talking about. It may seem that way on the planet right now, but I'm here to tell you that is the very reason why it's a beautiful time to be alive, okay? Without the darkness, there could be no light. Without the darkness, there could be no light, okay? Without the darkness, you could not see the stars at night. Imagine if the earth never rotated, right? Imagine if the sun up there, you guys see the sun, beautiful sun. Imagine if that sun never changed positions. Imagine if it just stayed there, right? Imagine if it just stayed at the same spot and it was daytime all the time. Imagine if it was daytime all the time. You would never be able to see the stars. You wouldn't know that the stars even exist. And that is symbolically representing the value of the darkness. Guys, darkness is essential. The yin and the yang. Have you guys ever seen the yin and the yang emblem, right? The circle with the black and the white. If you guys have seen that, you understand that without the darkness, there could be no light. If there weren't any fear, if there weren't any anxiety, if it was all just happiness, all just positivity, it would have no value. It would have zero value. And that is why, right now, is the most beautiful time to be alive on this planet. So much is happening. So much is happening. And by the way, I wanted to tell you guys that from now on, I'm going to start to post a lot more on this channel. Posting on this channel for me is part of my growth. It's part of my evolution. And I'm starting to realize that this is what I want to do. I want to share my experience on camera for everyone to see. For everyone to see. I want to share my experience. And that's what you guys are going to get. So what you can expect is I want to post at least every other day on this channel. I want to post at least every other day from now on. So that's what you guys can expect from me. So at least every other day. And maybe I'll post every day. Maybe I'll start posting every day if this really is something that catches on. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm really starting to love doing this. I'm really starting to love sharing my experience, sharing my thoughts, spreading a message, spreading a positive message for you guys. And this is kind of like the start of my journey. This is exciting. You know, this is very exciting. We're starting a journey here, and I want to build a huge community. I want to build a big community, a positive community, a community that is part of the shift going on, a community that is part of the solution, not part of the problem, a community that is just filled with love and happiness. That's what I want to create here. So, with that being said, let's get back into what we were talking about, right? Without the darkness, there could be no light, right? And last night, I was looking up in the sky, and I saw the moon, which is currently in its waxing phase, right? It's currently at about the first quarter phase, at the square with the sun. And I was looking up at the moon, right? I was looking up at the moon, and and it was so beautiful. I just saw the moon, and then I saw a ton of different stars dotted around the moon, and it really just made me think how mysterious and how magical this universe is. How much there is that we don't know. There is so much that we don't know. Whether you like it or not, there is so much that we don't know, okay? We're just living our lives down here on this planet, yet there is so much we don't know. We are only seeing less than 1% of the electromagnetic scale, okay? The electromagnetic scale is the scale of frequencies that exist, right? Invisible light is just a very tiny portion of that scale, right? And invisible light, you start at red, and then you go up to violet or purple, and that's just the frequency. That's the electromagnetic scale. But that is such a tiny portion of what is actually existing in this universe. There is so much going on that we are not seeing with these two eyes. There is a lot that's going on behind the scenes. And that's why it is such a beautiful time to be alive. Because we are seeing this. We are starting to see this. We are starting to understand this. We are starting to become aware of this. And it's so beautiful to be aware. To be in this state of transformation. To be in this state of awakening. We are awakening to our true power and our true potential. We are limitless beings having a human experience. We are everything. We are the universe. We are so powerful. And that's why it's a beautiful time to be alive. We are realizing our true power. We are finally starting to realize who we are and what we are and how we are, how powerful we are. We are so powerful. I'm here to tell you, if you are watching this video, you are a human being, right? And you are incredibly powerful beyond measure. I don't even know my full power, and neither do you, because it's incomprehensible. We are incredibly, incredibly powerful. So powerful. And we are just starting to realize this on the planet. We are just starting to become aware of what we are capable of what the human brain is capable of. The human brain is crazy, and it's connected to the heart, and it's just crazy how much we don't know. There is so much about ourselves that we don't know yet, and that we are starting to awaken to, right? We are starting to become aware of what we really are and who we are really made of, what we are really made of. And that is why it is such a beautiful time to be alive. And if you have a lot of anxiety right now, if you're worried about the future, if you're uncertain, if you find yourself stuck in a negative mindset a lot, I'm here to tell you that that is what makes it beautiful. If it weren't for that, if it weren't for anxiety, if it weren't for fear, uncertainty, there couldn't be happiness. There couldn't be the other side of the spectrum, right? There has to be fear and uncertainty in order to experience happiness for what it truly is, in order to experience freedom for what it truly is, right? Hot and cold. Right now, I'm pretty cold. As you can probably tell, I'm pretty cold. I'm on top of a hill, and it's kind of windy up here, and it's like 30 degrees. But I'm out here anyway. I don't care. I'm out here. But it's pretty cold, right? Hot and cold is the same as light and dark, right? If you didn't have these freezing cold temperatures, you would not be able to experience how good it feels to feel that heat on your skin. You would not be able to experience the joy of being warm, right? Think about that. If it wasn't any cold, if it was always just hot, if it was always just warm weather, you wouldn't really appreciate it. You would not be able to fully appreciate the warmth and the heat if it was all just that. So experiencing that coldness on your hands, experiencing that coldness in your body at times is really what creates that gratitude for the heat. Same thing with the lightness and darkness, right? Same thing with the fear and the happiness. If there weren't any fear, anxiety, or uncertainty, happiness and freedom and joy wouldn't feel so good. And that is why it is such a beautiful time to be alive on this planet. The world is ending. The world feels like it's ending right now. But it's just a new beginning in disguise. The end is merely a new beginning in disguise. Okay? Take that with you. The end is just a new beginning in disguise. That's all it is. Right? Everything has to fall apart for everything to get put back together. Everything has to fall apart for everything to get put back together. And you see this on an individual scale as well. You must go through difficult times in order to transform. It's the essence of transformation. You must experience difficult times in your own life in order to grow and experience beautiful times. And that's why it is such a beautiful time to be alive. We are in the heart of this transformation. We are experiencing this transformation right now. And let me tell you, we are heading in the right direction. We are headed in a very beautiful direction on the planet. We are starting to become aware of our true power and what we are really capable of. And we are starting to align with our true vibration, our true essence, our true core, okay? We are starting to become who we are meant to be. And that is why it is so beautiful, guys. It is so beautiful to be alive. I'm here to remind you that if you feel scared, if you feel anxious right now, during this time, we got a lot going on in the world. World War III is brewing. Lots of death, lots of fear, lots of trauma going on. But take this from this video, okay? This is only a new beginning in disguise, okay? The bad things have to happen in order for the good things to happen. And that is what we're seeing right now on the planet. This is only going to wake more people up, what is going on the planet. Because that's what transformation is. You must experience the hard, difficult times in order to feel the light, okay? You must go through the dark night of the soul in your spiritual awakening in order to come out on the other side evolved, stronger, more connected with yourself. You must go through the hard times. The hard times themselves are what create the beneficial times and the strength and the happiness and the freedom, okay? So, just know, it may seem like a terrible time on the planet. It may seem like a very dark time on the planet, and it is, but it's such a beautiful time to be here, to experience this transformation, okay? I want to remind you that everything is going to be alright. Everything in your own life is going to be alright. Everything on the planet is going to be alright. It's just a sign of the times. It's just a sign of the times. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I love all of you. And like I said, I'm going to start posting more. Every day eventually would be the goal, to start posting every day. It's just that the current situation I'm in, where I live too, is hard to post every day. But I'm doing my best, and just know that I love to do this, guys. I love to just speak my truth on here. I love to spread my message, spread positivity, spread a positive message, help you guys. And I really appreciate the ones that are here right now, the ones that are tuning in, the ones that watch me, the ones that appreciate me. I really appreciate you guys so much. Just know that you guys are greatly, greatly appreciated. So with that, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. It's a beautiful time to be alive. Have a beautiful day. I will see you in the next video.